guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise and this is my first ever podcast. I've done craft update videos before, and if you look back at the beginning of my channel, my videos were just purely me coming on showing you things that I have finished and things and whatever else I was working on. But I have decided to start doing a podcast. Whether this will be weekly or fortnightly, I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping to try and keep it a little bit consistent and show you things that I'm working on in a little bit more detail. I don't know whether the lighting will be any good. I'm right by the window. I might try and close these curtains just a little bit. Nothing professional happens here, by the way. And if I'm blurry, that's just my camera. If you can hear any outside noise, then that is because you're right by the window. And as you can see, I've got bits and pieces here and all on the table. So grab yourself a tea or a drink of your liking, because we might be a little while. Let's start with whips. My first whip is in my own handmade bag. All my bags that I'm using at the moment are made by myself, and on here I have my badge. I'll come to that a little bit later. But in here I am making, it's called My Little Crop, My Little Secret Crop. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. So this is a picture of it. I can't see what I'm showing you. This is a picture of it. The pattern did get wet, so I think juice leaked on it or something, but it's quite size inclusive. It's by Jessie May Martison of Jessie Made Designs. It's on Ravelry, like I said, and she was having a little, not a coupon, but you could put in like a code. It was on the Ravelry page that you could actually get the pattern for free, and that is what I did. I'm not sure if it's still like that or not. I will check and I will leave the link down below. Sizes go from oh, it'll be the other way, won't it? Sizes go from an extra small to 5XL, so it goes from a 28 to 30 all the way up to 60-62 inch bust, which is just like amazing. I'm doing the 52-54, and there is obviously negative ease with this. The yarn I'm using is Aldi yarn, and I was so grateful to be gifted more yarn. So it's this yarn. It's a cotton acrylic blend, 55% acrylic, 45% cotton, and this is what I've got so far. I need to knit this to 10 inches from the bottom, 9 inches from the rib, so there's only an inch of rib on the bottom of that. So this is how it's coming out, and I really like it. I just don't like the way the yarn smells, and I have opened the yarn that I got gifted and that doesn't smell. So I don't know whether it was left sort of near like smelly acrylic, or I don't know. Anyway, so this is how it's coming out, and once it like sort of stretches massively, so I do think it's going to fit me. I'm using 3.75 needles that I did have to buy actually. I bought these off of Amazon. They're Knit Pro Novas, and they're on the Knit Pro cable that I got from my sister in a kit, which I think might be in here. Or did I? I think, oh, I might have put it away. So I will move my little coffee cup up to where I am at the moment, and then you'll be able to see the progress next time. So that is my first work in progress. I think I've told you all the details. Yeah, that's that. I'm really enjoying knitting on it, it's taken obviously a little bit longer because it is 3x3 rib, where if it was just stocking stitch it probably wouldn't take half as long. So that is my first whip. My second whip is my Hotel of Bees shawl, and I am keeping this in a little yarn bowl thing, just because the yarn that I'm using, it's love hand dyed. So this company on Etsy, Simply Solid 4-ply, and it's in the colour silver. That is what I'm using, and I'm using a Dana's Home of Dana's. It's in here. Dina's Home of Crafts, and this is in the colour Girly Punk. It's both 4-ply sock yarn, and they're really, really lovely. I'll show you the other one in a second. So this is how far I've got so far. It's decreasing quite nicely. So obviously that is the widest point, and then it's decreasing up to there. I'm looking forward to more of the pink being involved, but I wanted this to be more of a sort of wintry, autumny type shawl, so I didn't want it to be too thick or too brightly coloured. And I wear a lot of pink, as you all know. I wear a lot of grey, obviously, and I just think this will go with everything that I wear, because I just love grey with any colour really. But as you can see, I'm doing the honeycomb part at the moment. I've already done the bee section, which is here, and I need to poke the bees back out, and once this is blocked, obviously you'll be able to see it a lot better. I've done I can't remember what this piece here was called, but this is a paid for pattern, and then obviously I've done the little wings at the bottom. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I was gifted this pattern as I won a Ravelry group thing. Let me show you the other yarn if you haven't seen it already, obviously. This is the other yarn that I'm using. Yeah, that's about the right colour. So there is greys and pinks and things in it. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting a bit more of this involved. And I have bought another skein of yarn just in case I haven't got enough of this. And I'm just going to quickly give you a sneak peek, which is this. So I think it's obviously not as pink, but it's got the pinks and the greys and the whites in it. But I'll show you that in a bit more detail after. So that is my Hotel of Bee shawl. I will leave the link to the pattern down below. So many people have crocheted it, and it's quite, you have to concentrate quite a bit. I've just got my yarn in there, so I'm just going to put that back in now. You have to concentrate on the pattern sort of each row at a time. So this is not really a pattern that I can use like going out and about. I sort of have to sit there with my iPad on, just making sure that I'm doing the row right. So that is that one. The next one is I am making a little cardigan for Bill's, our friend. Not for him, but his niece. She was born last month, and I think she's probably about a month old now. But she is teeny weeny weeny. She was born at 5 pounds something. So I am making a gorgeous little pink cardigan, which is this. Let me get the pattern. Oh, this is this is the needles that I was talking about. Pattern is actually here, and I got this pattern idea from Leslie from Not Quite Enough Yarn, and this is the fuss free baby cardigan, and it is so easy. You can adjust the sleeves for it to be long. It is just one page. There is 3 pages to the pattern, but the other pages are showing you how to, or different ways to how to decrease for the raglan, the stitch abbreviations and things like that, because I think this is quite a sort of beginner pattern, because it's just really, really simple. But I need to now get to the or add the white for the border at the bottom, and then I will have to do the button band. I think I need to knit 1 or 2 rows for the sleeve and then add the white for the sleeve, and then it's done. So how simple, really easy. I'm using I think this is a 4mm. I don't know, it's all rubbed off, but I think it's a 4mm needle. You normally use 4mm for baby things. And this is living in another one of my handmade bags that I made the last time I made bags, with a handle and little loop thingy me bobs. I've got one of my badges on there. So yeah, that is that one. I'm really sorry if I feel like I'm rushing through this. I will leave the link to the pattern down below. The yarn that I'm using, I haven't shown you the yarn, did I? Whoopsie, I think it's just a robin yarn, to be honest. Yes, both robin yarns, in pink, in a light pink and a white. Wow, that is really blowing out, but in a white. So robin double knit. I don't normally like to use robin double knit because I find it quite rough, but that is not too bad actually. It's not as rough as some of the others that I've sort of picked up before. So yeah. Okay, my next work in progress. I know I have a lot. I have 5, including my cross stitch. No, I have 6. Because there's one up there that I've just forgotten about. Anyway, so I have finished my May and June socks. I'm now onto my July socks, and I have decided to use this yarn because it's going to be I think it's some, because every month I'm doing a it's like I'm naming my socks basically. So these were holiday vibes, these were short and sweet, and I'm sure it's like ocean vibes or something like that. I will put it down below anyway. So I've decided to use this yarn, which is, I don't know, because I caked it up and I don't know what I did with the ball band. It's not, oh, it is in here, it is in here. So this is, I think it's Antarctica, or, oh no, Himalaya yarn in the colour 7. I don't know what colourway that is. They don't put colourways on their skeins of yarn, balls of yarn. So I have 2 of these caked up, and I am going to be using this yellow, which is the Mayflower one class, in it bright yellow, if that will focus. So in a bright yellow, and I have cast on for 2 cuffs. If I can get the other one out of the bag. Oof, come on. So I've cast on for 2 cuffs. I need to carry on with this cuff to make it the same as that. I think I've done 12 rounds. So these will probably be another pair of, I'm thinking shorty socks. I need to count how many shorty socks I've got actually, because I've got 2 pairs here and I've got quite a few in the drawer now. But what I quite like is knitting shorty socks in the summer and knitting long socks in the winter when it's a bit colder, because I know I can wear them straight away. And I have got a pair of socks with a yellow heel cuff and toe. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet. But I am thinking of doing an afterthought heel. So I'm going to just knit a tube. So I might knit a tube, and whenever I get bored I might just stop, and then as long as I've got enough for my foot obviously, and a little bit for the leg, I might just sort of go with that and have another pair of shorties. Who knows? I just use my own pattern, which is in my head, so it's a 2x2 rib. I sometimes do 10, 12, 15 or 20 rounds depending on if I'm doing shorty socks, if I'm doing mid socks or long socks. Then I do normal stocking stitch. For shorty socks, I do them all different. I sometimes do 2 rounds, I do 4 rounds. For a little bit longer socks, I think I've done 10 rounds before. Then I do normally a Fish Lips Kiss heel. I'm only showing you these socks because they're easier to see. A Fish Lips Kiss heel, and then stocking stitch down the foot, and then a square toe down to normally 16 stitches, but I've changed that to 12 stitches, so I'm doing less rows in the foot. But really, socks are obviously they're stretchy, so you can sort of get away with 1 or 2 rows more or less, but socks are quite they're fitted to you, if you know what I mean. You can do 64 stitches, you can do 56 stitches, you can do 72 stitches. It's all very sort of however big, wide or whatever your feet are is how you should knit your socks. So that's that. Then my next work in progress, I'm hoping to get some of these whittled down, really am. I'm just feeling like my head is about to explode with all these whips. My next whip is my blanket, which is just my blanket that I'm using are these scrappy balls. I have another 3 of these that are quite big, not this small, quite big. And so far I've got this much, which is quite a bit, to be honest. I am really enjoying working on it, and I think it is proper crazy. I am really liking this in the camera, this dark bit here. But it is proper crazy and just a little bit madness. But I really like it. This looks like waves, doesn't it? It looks like waves going up. Obviously where I'm looking at it you can't see it, but from afar or on the camera you can see it a lot better, like the patterns of the yarn and things. But yeah, so I'm using a 4mm hook for this. It's just all double knit yarn, and it was all the little scraps and pieces that I had used on other projects but just had little bits and pieces left over. For instance, like there's just a little bit of this crazy colour. This colour I used in my granny square blanket that I bordered with the black yarn. So yeah, that is this one. It's just all random double knit yarns. And I've kept my chunky and Aran yarns separate, but I don't think I'm going to have enough to actually do a blanket, because I don't really use that much Aran or double knit, as in like loads of little bits of different colours. But this I'm just storing in my fruit bowl that I use as a yarn basket, a yarn bowl, sorry, because it is something that I normally work on while I'm waiting for my videos to export or upload to YouTube. So I will put a marker in that, and then I'll show you the progress, and I will do that with everything that I have shown you today. Okay, so the next work in progress will probably be the only time that you see this for a while, because I'm not going to keep showing you things if I'm not working on them, if that makes sense, like especially this anyway. So this is the cross stitch that I was very much into at one stage, and then just sort of fell out of love with it again. But you all knew that this was going to happen, because I told you that I'd probably work on it for a little while and then think, I can't be bothered anymore. It is a Winnie the Pooh in a balloon, like a hot air balloon, and then there is a basket that goes down here. I have completed Rabbit's head, and I've nearly completed Tigger's head. I've just got I think it's like a lighter pink and some black, the black in his arm and that. I might pick it up, I don't know. It's with my whips at the moment. My whips I live in a little box down there with my badge stuff. So yeah, I do really like it, but I think because it's been such a long term project that I just get bored of it very quickly. And I just, obviously my niece who I was making it for, my Ian's sister, bought this kit. It is a full, it is still a full kit, so it came like this, and she bought it for her little girl, and she's now 10. So it's been a long-term project, and I think because I don't have anyone to gift this to, I find that it's sort of not giving me the motivation that I need, because I doubt Charlotte will want this anymore, as she is now 10, and I don't think the boys will want it because they're gonna have like a Toy Story themed bedroom. So yeah, unless there's another baby being born in the family, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I don't know whether I'll work on it. If I do, then I will show you. If I don't, then I won't keep showing this especially, just because it's just going to stay at the same stage. I think I've got so many other cross stitches that I don't know. I prefer to knit and crochet, I suppose. Okay, finished objects. You've seen them already. They're socks. I haven't blocked them yet, so I have finished these May socks. This was using the Drops Delight, which was not delightful at all. It was a horrible yarn to use. I have got another ball of it, but this was out of a 50-gram ball, and I had a tiny weeny bit left. So these are just shorties. They don't match, but from afar the yarn does look really nice, and even to be honest, the yarn is really soft. It is really, but it just kept splitting as I was knitting on them. So I will show you something else in a second, but this is the June socks, and they do match, and I didn't use contrast heel toes and cuffs. I just used the yarn as it came off of the cake that I had made. They do match, and I love the way that the toes have worked out. So the toes are all blue, and even the heel is all blue. So I think it's pretty cool. Can't really see that very well, but I'm going to get a sock blocker and block these out. So I need to block both of these, but let me just quickly show you what I have been gifted. I'll be back. So, are you ready? I have been gifted sock blockers, or display stands. They do stand up. You're probably not going to be able to see, but I'm just placing them on the table, and they stand up. They're the Regia sock stands, and I have been gifted these by the lovely Kim, so thank you so much. She knows that I absolutely love to knit socks, and they just display the socks so nice. So if I ever finish socks, then I will show them on these, if not my other sock blockers, my wooden ones. But they are so cool. So they just look like this, and I'm storing them sort of down the side part of my unit, because obviously I do want to use them to show off my socks. Now you can see the colouring of this sock while it's on here is so lovely. So yeah, I have been very kindly gifted these. Thank you so much, Kim. I love them. They are they're so nice, and I'm looking forward just to putting my socks on these all the time. I'm going to change my battery because it is flashing, and I will be back with you. Okay, so that is that new battery. yeah, so these are my socks, and I'm not going to show them anymore because you're probably sick and tired of seeing them. They do need blocking, like I've said, and I'm going to do those once I wash my other socks that I've been wearing, because I do prefer to block my socks before I actually wear them, because I find that they just keep their shape a little bit better. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But talking of being gifted items, Kim also put in the box, oh my goodness, the size of this ball is bigger than my head. It's a 500 gram DK yarn, Faircroft Junior Shades, double knit, ideal for baby and junior wear. Well, I will not be using this for junior wear, I will be using it for myself. It is bright red. Well, I say bright red. It's a bit darker than what's showing on the screen. It's beautiful. I love it so much. It's so squishy. I have got a place for it to live, and it is so nice. And then she also put in the box another great big ball of yarn. This is 400 gram Woolcraft Aran. I think the gardeners are here. Let's be quick with this. So this is 100% acrylic. This is 100% acrylic as well, 800 meters, and it is in an orangey colour. So this would be so nice for autumn. It is absolutely beautiful. Then let me just close these bottom windows so it's not so bad. Then I actually bought myself some yarn because I just wanted to treat myself, and I treated myself with the money that I got from the badges that I sold. So thank you so much if you have placed an order for a badge. Obviously I've put some away and I have used some to buy some yarn. Thank you so much, it means the world to me. Okay, so the first yarn you would have seen a little while ago, and it is this beautiful yarn. It's from Ava Inner Yarns, and it is fingering sock, 75% wool, 25% nylon, and it's called Unbreak My Heart. And oh my goodness, look at that colour. It is just so pretty. You've probably seen this on my on my vlogs. I have shown the yarn that I've got here on my vlogs, but I just thought I'd show that here as well. So if I run out of yarn on my Hotel of Bee shawl, then this is what I'm going to be replacing the other end with. But it's just so nice. And the letter that I got from Barbara, I think her name was Barbara, was just Beverly. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. I have ordered another skein from her. And hopefully that might come today, if not tomorrow. So it is just beautiful and I love it so much. Then also with that came this beautiful mini skein, which is in a lovely blue colour. My first ever mini skein. I have never had a mini skein before, and it's a lovely colour. I think it would go with some of the other yarns that I've got actually. The yarn that I got from Gamer Crafting, this would go with. Heels, toes and cuffs maybe. Then I decided to treat myself to another skein. Love Hand Dyed, actually. Oh, let me shut some more window. I'm hoping that that might be a bit better. I do apologise. My first podcast and this happens. But then the company Love Hand Dyed, I have bought quite a few skeins from them. Hanks, whatever you want to call it. And I like to support the companies that I've bought from before, if that makes sense. I like to just sort of buy one every now and then, especially when I get orders on my Etsy and people order like or have ordered a couple of times. I just really appreciate it and think, oh, they've come back, it's so lovely that they like my products. So I'm hoping that they feel the same way. Anyway, so I have bought this beautiful brightly coloured yarn. Love Hand Dyed. It's in the colour Way Sunshine Shock. Oh my god, look at it, it is a shock to the eye. beautiful, so lovely. You have seen this on my vlogs if you watch, but it's so nice. I don't even know what to do with it. It's just, yeah, it's not something that I would normally go for, but it just caught my eye and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to have that. Same as the yarn that I'm getting from Ava Inner Yarns. The new yarn that I have ordered is called In the 80s. It was okay in the 80s or something like that. My memory's terrible. I really need to write this stuff down. And it's sort of brightly coloured as well, like speckly. Anyway, so this is just lovely, and the pink, the yellows, the oranges. I don't know what I'm going to make with this. It might just stay in my stash for a little while so I can just enjoy looking at the skein. That is all the wool and the projects and everything like that. Next I'm going to talk a little bit about my Etsy shop. So if you're not interested in that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this first podcast, even though I've got gardeners outside, and I hope that it's not too loud for you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my badges and things like that. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with it. So I have, if you've not already seen, I have designed my own logo. This is all obviously on my beginning of my videos and things, and I've made them into badges. These are 45mm badges, and I am selling these on my Etsy store. I've also got 45mm badges. I'm not gonna get every single one out because there was quite a few designs at the moment. If you're interested, my Etsy link is down below. But I have got some of the designs on a 45mm. This is not all of them, but there are others as well, like jumpers. There's a purple jumper and a pink jumper. These are they're 45mm. These are 38mm. So the jumpers, and then the different designs. Stay calm and knit. I love to knit. I am working on some more crochet ones, so if you're waiting for those, then they will come. There is I'm a Happy Hooker one there, and then these are 25mm, so these are a lot smaller than the other ones, but these are quite cute, and they are obviously on my Etsy. Yeah, so that is all of the badges that I have. They are all on my Etsy shop at the moment. Every time I do a new design, then I will put that up. I also have an advent calendar pre-order running at the moment, so if you're interested in a pre-order of a advent calendar, so you will get one handmade item, you will get no less than 16 stitch markers, you will get 4 badges, and then there will be other bits and pieces in there that are all very, very handy for knitting or crochet. I don't want to I don't want to do it specifically for knitting or specifically for crochet, because I know a lot of you do both, or a lot of you do one or the other. So it will be sort of aimed at both crafts. So unless you want it to be specifically for knitting or crochet, but to be honest, a lot of the items that I'm putting in it are not for knitting or crochet, they are for both. So obviously stitch markers, the badges, I'm going to design some that are for both crafts. What else did I say would be in it? The handmade item that would be very useful to use at the time of the advent. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that at the moment, but yeah, I'm really, really excited for it. It is in my Etsy shop at the moment. It's £35 with free postage to the UK. There is a little bit extra for postage internationally, but not too much. I'm just sort of adding a little bit extra on that. It would cost me to ship overseas basically. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then please go and check it out. I have got majority of stock at the moment, and I've got enough to make a few more, and if I need to buy more stock then that's obviously fine. I haven't put a limit as of yet on how many that I can make, so I know I think I've got 2 more in the shop, but I will up that number once. I'll probably up it today actually, because there is no minimum of how many there is. There, if you want one, order one. I will get them ready to be shipped at the end of October. But that's it for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the background noise, but I wanted to get this filmed. As I said, I've been saying for over a week that I wanted to get a podcast out. Let me know how it went. I know that I haven't got any sort of Ravelry groups or anything, but that's not really what I want to do at the moment. It might be something that I do in the future. I might do giveaways and things like that, but I know a lot of people that watch my podcast or watch my videos because they enjoy what I make and getting inspiration and things like that. But we shall see, you never know. I don't want to become too professional, if that makes sense. I'm not professional at all. As you can tell, I've got gardeners outside and muddle my words up and everything. I'm not going to be any different here than I am in my vlogs or anything, so I'm just me. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me, and I hope you enjoyed. I know I've said that before. See, no professionalism here at all. We don't do politics on this channel. We don't do anything like that. There's not been really any coronavirus talk as such. I just want this place for me and you to come and just chill, forget about what's going on in the world, and enjoy yarn and other things crafty. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.